welcome back to Conversations with
Chris
and Crystal. What are we talking about today?
Well, I thought for those of you who are my students,
Yes.
in case you don't know already, I was asked not to come back to Avalon. That was the school that I was teaching at.
Yeah.
The conversation kind of went like this. Well, this year was a pretty bad year. I said, oh, really? Because I thought it was better than last year, except for the kids' behavior. Well, that's what I'm talking about. And so we're going to go in a different direction. So I'm not asking you back for next year. And you'll be paid through July 7th. And I said, well, them's the breaks. And I tossed my keys on the table and walked out.
Yep.
But what upset me the most was the fact that they waited until the end of the day.
The last day, right?
The last day of school. All the kids were gone. I couldn't tell any of my kids that I wasn't coming back. That really upset me. And although I have to say, when I got to school that morning, you know, I always pray before I go into class. And so I was praying and I said, Lord, I'd really like to spend the rest of my career here. But if you have something else in mind, you know, I'm here for you, not for me. So thy will be done.
Yep. And
so then this happened. And so there was a little piece of my brain when he was talking going, yippee, God's got something better for me.
Yep. Yep.
So I left, and then of course Friday and Saturday I was kind of a mess because even though I felt like, okay, yay, God's got something better for me, I still, you know, it was such a betrayal.
Yeah.
Because I put my heart and soul into that school.
Into those kids.
And the kids, yeah.
And then
I participated in everything that the school asked, not only willingly, but enthusiastically.
Yes.
And for them to do that to me was just such a betrayal.
Yeah.
So, so then of course, the old fear kicks in, and I'm like, what if I don't get another job? Nobody's going to hire me as a teacher ever again.
Yes. Yes. The drama.
So of course, you know, I spent a lot of time in prayer, and God was like, okay, here's this little crumb for you to look at to realize that it's not gonna be like that. You're gonna be fine. And then I had a job by the following week. So
and bigger, better, everything is
I'm
more
getting
perfect.
paid $4,000 more a year, and I get to do more things with the kids that I like. With you kids, the 8th graders, I got to do maybe 2 weeks of life skills, not because I was told to do that or anything, because it was just social studies was all they expected me to do. But I thought it was important for you guys to have life skills. So I spent a couple weeks on that. Well, I get to do a whole semester on life skills with these kids.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
And something that they want. They're asking you for.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Cooking and sewing and you know, whatever other life skills I come up with, and I'm just so thrilled. And I have windows now too. I didn't have windows in my old classroom.
I didn't know that. I can't imagine a school without windows. I guess they exist. I'm trying to picture it in my mind.
Well, some of the classrooms have windows, but mine just didn't happen to have any. So.
Great. Okay, so you were well thought of. Well respected, well considered. But it happens. There are places that just do that kind of stuff, and God knows that you're in the wrong place and moves you further to a better place. But again, there's that example of commitment to something, and you were at a place that you thought was a good place to be committed, and God saw fit to move you elsewhere. Well, and He will move it, you know.
And I also think He put me there. Well, I was thinking about this the other day too. So I was content at Honey Baked Ham. I was content there, and then something happened that ticked me off.
Yep.
And I was home, and I looked for jobs, and I got hired immediately at this other place. So He moved me there. Then I was content at that place, at the shutter place, and then something happened that ticked me off, and I was at home, and I found this job at Avalon, and I was hired, you know, immediately. And so it's like God was moving me around to where He wants me to be.
Yeah, and
And so,
learn from everywhere that you had been, and
and I needed the experience teaching kids in order to get a better job teaching kids. So it was,
so it all worked out.
Yeah, it was a real blessing. So
Yeah, no, that's really, really good.
So all that aside, I did want to say goodbye to you guys. I'll miss you, and you can always reach me through our email at 2cconverse@gmail.com. It's in the description below also. So please stay in touch, and hope you think about Miss Yellow every now and then.
Can't forget her. That's for sure. Okay.
All
right. Well, like we always say, take care of yourself because nobody else will. Bye for now.